Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be unboxing the Asus Zenfone 8. This is the smaller of the two versions released here in the UK and around the world. The other one is the Asus Zenfone 8 Flip. That comes with a flip camera, a bigger battery and a bigger screen. Now, as you guys know, most of you who follow me, I like a smaller compact phone. Not too small, but a reasonable size. Back in the days, a 5.9 inches used to be a big size. In this time and age, it's considered as a small, medium-sized phone, and that's the size I prefer. To be honest, the phones are getting way too big in size and ridiculous to handle with one hand, and you can't even put them in your pocket because you feel the bulk and the size of the phone. And that's why I prefer now smaller phones like the Asus Zenfone 8 or the Sony Xperia 5 Mark II, which I have unboxed on my channel already. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at this phone then. The box says Asus Zenfone 8 here. On the right, same bits again. On the left hand side, the same as well. Looking at the back of the box, this gives you the main basic specs. So it's got 8 gigs of RAM, 1 to 8 gigs of storage. It also comes in 256 gig of storage and also 16 gigs of RAM. You got the 5.92 inch Full HD Super AMOLED screen by Samsung. So well done for that, Asus. It's a Full HD plus display with HDR10. So Netflix and Amazon Prime videos should look really nice. Also, it's got the bumper case inside. Very few manufacturers actually mentioned that at the back of the box, but thank you for letting us know, Asus. That means you won't have to invest in an extra case. Also, it has the latest Snapdragon 888, the flagship Qualcomm chipset. My very first phone this year with Snapdragon 888. It'll be interesting to see how the chipset performs when it comes to heating, performance and battery life. Of course, there will be dedicated videos on that, so please do keep an eye on the channel and we'll see how that goes. Also, it has got two cameras at the back, a 64 megapixel and a 12 megapixel, and you got a selfie camera, a 12 megapixel at the front. So these are the core basic specs of the Asus Zenfone 8. So without any further ado, let's quickly get started. Okay, so opening the box up, there we go. So let's have a look and see what we got here. This most likely is going to be the case and the manual and everything else. So open this up. Okay, nice and easily. That's the SIM tray ejector tool. Then you got the bumper case like we discussed. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Okay, what else do we get in here? We get the warranty booklet, of course, In Search of Incredible, Asus phone, the user guide, everything else. So that is that. So we can obviously leave that aside and let's get the phone out. Okay, there we go. So that's the phone itself. By the way, this is the black color. It comes in two, blue and black. So I went for the black. To be honest, this was the only one available here in the UK. So let's unwrap the phone. So that is the phone in its full glory. As you can see, very compact and easy to manage with one hand, and I absolutely love that. Let's see, what else do we get? So let's get the box, more layers of packaging and stuff inside. Okay, so here we get the Type-C USB cable, Type-C to Type-C. That's interesting. Okay, so this is the charging brick, quite a big, massive brick. So USB here and USB-C here and USB-C there. So that's how the cable will be used, and that's the rating on the actual charger itself. A quick comparison with the Sony Xperia 5 Mark II, a similar size, by the way. They both have 68 millimeters of width. I think the Zenfone 8 has probably 0.5 millimeter more than the Xperia Mark 5 II, but they are pretty much along the same lines. And the 5 Mark II is a bit more taller at around, I think, just above 6 inches, whereas the Zenfone 8 is around 5.9 inches. Even though the length doesn't really matter as much to each other, because you can always move your finger across and pull the menu down, whereas it's the width of the phone which matters the most. So very compact, and they have followed the same lines as Sony. So thank you, Asus, for that. And a compact flagship phone with top-end specs, all that in a smaller form factor, plus a 4000 mAh battery, which is fairly big for this size of the phone, is a fantastic achievement by Asus. Okay, so let's have a look at this case. Let's see if it's worth actually keeping this, or would we need to buy another case? So this is actually not the see-through bumper TPU gel case I expected, but just a hard soft material bumper case. So let's have a look and see how the phone fits into the case. There we go. It does go in there straight away. Obviously it's the official Asus Zenfone case. It says at the back of the case as well. The case does fit very nicely. It still exposes the power button, the blue button, the volume rocker, and then you got the speaker here. By the way, the phone has got a dual set of speakers as well, which is fantastic. Also, it has an LED light at the bottom as well, which we will test in just a moment. And then Type-C USB charging port, and this is where the SIM goes. As you can tell, it says here SIM. And then up top here you got the 3.5mm jack as well, again which is a fantastic achievement for a phone of this caliber. Normally flagship phones these days don't have 3.5mm jack anymore, but thank you Asus for those who are in love and they still have their wired headphones. This will be a treat and a bonus for you guys. On this side here, pretty much flush, nothing here. Two cameras at the back, like I said to you earlier, a 64 megapixel along with a 12 megapixel camera and dual tone LED flash, and then you got a selfie camera here on the top left side, also a 12 megapixel sensor. And all this I got it for around £550. It was on a special discounted price on Asus UK. The price has now gone up to £599 sterling, and on other places it's even more expensive. So I got a very good deal for this, around £550. Like I said, fantastic specs, top end specs, everything you would expect in a flagship phone, and all of that in a very small form factor and a reasonably big battery size. So let's turn the phone on. We can also take the case off now. Just wanted to show you quickly. I think this phone is running the Android 11 if I remember correctly, and the Zen UI maybe 8 or 9, I can't remember. But let's boot the phone up and see how this goes. It's always good to see obviously the initial greetings, the welcome screen. There we go, Asus Zenfone 8. There we go. I like this new animation. It's been a while since I had an Asus phone. Looks fantastic. So let's set up the phone and see how this goes. I tell you what, I'm going to set up this Wi-Fi connection on the phone, and I will see you very shortly. Okay, so I've now configured the phone with my Wi-Fi, and as I was setting it up, a new update was downloaded immediately. System update, as you can see at the front here. So this is the Asus system update. We're going to put it 1 hour and later, as we're going to go through the phone very quickly. Okay, so now let's get into settings and see various things with the basics. So first of all, let's start off with the storage and see how much storage do we have by default. So 15% of that is used. As you can see, out of 128 gigs we have 19.15 gig already used, and the rest is available for apps and everything else. As you can see, the default apps are installed already. Alright, so let's go back and let's have a look and see which version of Android the phone is running. Tapping into system, from here we go to about phone. This is Zenfone 8, and if you tap on device name, of course you can change the name of the device to your liking. It's running Android 11, as you can see guys, which is fantastic. So I like that. This is the very latest version of Android. 12 is about to come out, so obviously at some point I'm sure Asus will update this phone. You've got the 5th of Jan 2021 security patch level update, slightly outdated, but I'm sure the new update, which is now ready to be installed, will update the patch level to the very latest month, which is this month of June. Okay, so what else can we have a look? System update, there we go. Okay, so there we go. This is the log for the update which was just installed. As you can see, a long list of things. It goes to show how keen Asus are when it comes to updating their phones. It's got the optimized call quality, improved camera quality, system stabilization. You've got the third-party camera, fixed thumbnails, and loads of other stuff that you can go through. You can always pause the video and go through all of this. You got stuff Voltio in Germany, Orange, Vodafone Spain, Czech Republic, Finland, Russia, Lithuania, Norway. So all sorts of international global updates available in this very OTA update, and that's the version number on top. So feel free to go through this in your respective country and area. I'm sure this will be very helpful, but nevertheless it's good to see Asus releasing an update on a brand new phone straight away. The features on Zen UI are always plenty. Obviously it's difficult to go through this right now because it's been a while since I've played with Zen UI, but I'm sure as I spend more and more time there'll be things to play with, widgets, settings and stuff, and there should be loads to play with. And in the next few days and weeks to come, I will go through everything from gesture controls to screen recording to screenshots, pocket mode, glove mode. It's got loads in it. I can tell, like I said, I have used Asus Zen UI before on a tablet, on a couple of phones, and they always are full of features, very feature rich UI. But the good thing I can see on the first impressions is it's more or less like stock Android. So they've taken a lot of extra apps which I installed before from years ago, and it looks very simple and plain, which is fantastic. Just a couple of Asus apps I can see installed. The Asus data transfer, which is important for obviously transferring data from your older phone to the Zenfone 8, and everything else. But apart from that, it looks very simple, clean and nice and fast. 8 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 888, like I said, the flagship phone, and a nice beautiful compact factor which is very easy to hold in the hand. I can tell you that straight away. So let's talk about that notification light which is located at the bottom of the phone, like we discussed earlier in the video. So here is the notification light. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but here is it, the notification light just next to where the bottom firing speaker is. So this will turn on every time there is a notification on the actual phone. So for now, obviously I'm not using the phone, it's too new, just unboxed it. So let's put this charging cable and see if the light comes on. There we go. As you can see, as soon as I plug in the charging cable, the light comes on. So again, this is something different from Asus. So the phone is lying flat on a surface like that. As you approach the phone, you can see the light notification LED light is there. And similarly, once you start using the phone and start getting messages, your emails, WhatsApp and all that, the light will blink with, I'm sure, a different color. So this is something new from Asus and something which I haven't seen being implemented before in the past. So well done for that, Asus. Nice one, not looking too bad. So guys, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. Any questions about this phone, anything else, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. There will be plenty of videos and stuff to come in the days and weeks, so please do stay tuned, and I shall see you in the next video.